Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm May and today I'm going to share you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys already know by the title, I'm going to share you guys how I manage school, work, and a full-time mom at a very young age. Yeah, so a little backstory. I got pregnant when I was 16 and I gave birth when I was 17. I just turned 17 when I got pregnant, when I gave birth. At a time I was still in high school, so to take care of my kid and everything, I had to stop school when my baby bump starting to show, so I had to quit high school. I stayed at home with my kid. Everybody had to go to work, had to go to school. My boyfriend at the time, the dad of my kid, had to go to school, so I was like alone at home with him. So I kid you not, like honestly, I was like terrified, I was scared, like I didn't know if I would be a good mom or that if I can handle it and all sorts. But because, thank God that I have a huge family, I had a lot of support and I had a lot of help from my parents, my sister, my aunts and all that. So that's that. And so I was a single mom because 3 years after I gave birth, the dad of my kid and I broke up because even before we broke up, we were already on and off, so the relationship wasn't really working out anymore. So 3 years after, we finally realized that it wasn't working out anymore, so that's when we broke up. So being a single mom at 17, you know, when you're 17, you feel like it's okay not to finish school. So I thought I can get by not going to school and just taking care of my kid. I'll just stay at home, whatever. That's like a 17-year-old mentality. So years go by, my son grows up, and then I realized I had to do something with my life. Like I can't go on like this. So I was about 19, 20. That's when I realized I have to go back to school. I have to accomplish something. I have to achieve something. I have to do something with my life. So I went back to school. I had to finish high school, but I still needed to work because I needed money. I needed to pay all my stuff for my books, for my son's needs and everything, and I have to help out my mom and everything. So given I was scared that maybe I can't do it, maybe I can't do everything at the same time, maybe if I go back to work and go back to school, I'm not gonna be a good mom, you know. I was really scared. Like I didn't know what I was feeling. I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know if I can handle it. I didn't know if I can actually, you know, like I was really scared. I finished my high school. 2 years later, I went to accounting classes. So my schedule was Monday to Friday, 8:45 to 4 o'clock. And I was working Wednesday nights 6 to 11, Saturday 6 to 11, and then Sunday 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. That was my schedule. And I had to travel 45 minutes from my place, from my parents' place to my work. So it was pretty far, and it was pretty far, you know. Like sometimes I'm at the I was going home and it's like 12 at night and I was like, oh my god, like I'm just really sleepy, you know, and I have to wake up again tomorrow. Luckily my sister was living at a time close by from where I work, so I would go to sleep at her house Saturday night and then go to work Sunday morning and then go home to my parents' house to my son Sunday afternoon. Like, so I was a full-time mom, full-time at school, part-time at work, and on top of that, my son had a lot of activities. He was doing taekwondo, was doing soccer, he's doing swimming classes, he has tutoring classes. He had a bunch of things to do in between that, so I had to fit his schedule to my schedule and we had to juggle everything out. So with that schedule, I was always tired. There are even nights that I'm like going home and I'm crying because I said, oh my god, like I don't know if I can handle this, I don't know if I can do this is so hard, why am I doing this? I even considered quitting school and just go back to work, because it was just so hard for me. And I even said, okay, you know what, I can't quit school, I'm gonna quit work. But then I said, but I need the money, so I couldn't quit both, and I didn't know what was going on with me. So I would go home and I'm crying, and I'm like doubting myself, and I didn't know what I was doing anymore. I didn't know if this is what am I supposed to do. I didn't know what I was doing, if it was right. Like I didn't know if what I was doing was right, if it was still okay. I wasn't really happy anymore. Like I didn't know if I could do it. I was really scared. I was terrified. So there were even times that I had to study at work. And I used to work in a restaurant, in a Jewish restaurant, and I was a waitress. So when there is no one, especially probably like Wednesday nights like that, it's really quiet at work. So I would still bring my books with me. I had a computer that the school loaned me, and I was working at work. I was studying at work. I was doing my homework. If I would have a presentation that week, or if I'd had exams, I would try to do my homework and study at work when I have the time, when I could. So like I was scared. But then when I go home, I realize, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'll continue. I'm gonna do this, because when I look at my son, I realize this is why I'm doing this. Like he's the reason. Like he's the only reason why I'm doing this. And besides to myself, besides me, that I wanted to achieve something for myself, he is the main reason why I was doing this. I said, no, I'm not gonna quit anything. I'm gonna do it. I am not gonna stop anything. I will continue regardless if it's hard or not. I chose to do this, and this is what I really want. I'm gonna continue doing it. I'm not gonna stop anything. I'm not gonna quit anything. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna die, because I'm so tired from doing this, I'm gonna die. But at least I'm gonna die trying. And I did it. So fast forward, 3 years later, I graduated, and I quit that work because it's something that's really not a permanent job for me. So after I graduated, I did an internship to a travel agency. That's what I did for a month. And then I moved out from my parents. I used to live in Laval at my parents, so that's like 45 minutes away from where I live now. So I moved back to the city in Montreal. I got my own place, got my own apartment now, and I started working into an alarm system company. I was an account receivable to an alarm system company. An account receivable, and that's when you collect money and everything, that money that goes to the company. That's what I do. My son now is 8. He's going to school, and I got my own place. I moved out, and now my son goes to school like across the street from where I live, and here I am sharing my stories with you guys. So I'm sharing my stories with you guys not so I can encourage a lot of young women that it's okay to be a mom at a young age, or that you should do it. As you guys can tell from all the years, it was pretty rough to me. It was hard. Of course, I had my family's help, but it's still not the same as just taking care of yourself. I had to take care of someone else, and it was really hard for me. So I'm just sharing this story to you guys for those who are already in this situation, and to realize that it will be hard, that is already given, but do not give up. Never ever give up. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be sleepless nights, or that time where you're gonna cry and you're like, you don't know what's going on with you, you don't know what you're doing anymore. Keep going. Just keep going. Finish school. One thing that my mom had taught me is that knowledge is something that nobody can ever take away from you. So that's it for my story, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have questions, comment down below. Like this video if you guys can relate, or if you guys did enjoy the video, or if you guys did learn something from this video. Like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.